So like sit world is is what the users are saturating, or the users, as I like to call us, or rather my shit, right? So uh, you're all in the control world, and the control world is split into two different groups: trash and non-trash. Now the trash seeks out and attempts to communicate with the trash people in sit world, or in the dream world. Now that in sit world they're communicating, they're seeking out or trying to communicate with each other, and then they're also trying to use the people in the dream world to help them communicate with each other and do all their stupid shit. But we have, it's not a similar system. We have the system. I run the entire system of things. So like they're operating against the person who runs the communication protocol of the universe, and they're just trying to go, give it to us and stuff. So like they're still able to operate because they have all this legacy technology and legacy connections and communication protocols and like conditioned operatives, etc., etc. But so we have the trash people here. This is the spirit world. This is the dream world. And once these control world dwellers who are trash die, they go to Tron to learn about how they were just living in their stupid bubble worlds, talking to some squirrel pretending to be Jesus, and a few crickets pretending to be the apostles, and maybe a spider being the Virgin Mary, and some sea turtle pretending to be the goddess. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this, and I'm giving my neighbor like herpes or something, with my mind powers, etc." And I'm gonna use my connections in the control world to give my ex girlfriend AIDS. Yeah, because we all know what that is. Some stupid fucking like sham that the medical community has I guess invented. They just they tell you you have it, and then like you start taking the medication, and then like the medication kill anyway. Anyway, but you show up with something that you don't understand at the hospital, and then they ask you how many sexual partners you've had, and if you say something like 20, then they're like, oh, a little promiscuous. I think you're gonna get AIDS, right? Okay, we already know this. Anyway, so when these trash people in the control world die, they go to Tron, and then when they're in Tron, like they're to be educated or orientated, but they I'm gonna continue to be trash and try to communicate with the trash people, and the trash people are there like on the fringes, and they're trying to well, they're not. They are and they aren't. I mean, there's still like there's a system of like a flip flopping like compromised peoples, and we're working around that right now. So you have all these people who are trash in the spirit world or the dream world, and when the people in the control world who are trash die, they join the trash, and I just keep all anyway. I just keep all of the trash away from us. And you all keep all of the trash away from you. Because I make you keep the trash away from you. And I help you keep the trash away from you. So, we, the non-trash people of the control world, and here's, after Tron, they stay in school and they're quarantined. I don't know if I spelled quarantine correctly, but anyway. So, like, there's the quarantine, because they could go, if they pass the Tron orientation, then like are we gonna let them like intermingle with us? No, absolutely not. We keep them in quarantine here because like they could go either way. Oh, I'm gonna go back to the trash because I want to feel like I'm a god or something. I want to be an angel. I want to party with the angels and party with the saints. The allure is like is so great that any fucking any celebrity that dies, any celebrity that dies right now is gonna go right to the fucking trash world, because that's where all of the other celebrities are, and they feel like they have to go where all the other celebrities are, because that's part of what the allure of celebrity is. Let's say celebrity X dies, and they're like, oh man, I want to hang out with Keith Richards or whatever, and we'll say that Keith Richards is dead in this example. Oh well, Keith Richards is over here with the trash people. I guess I should do that. No. We're writing all of these people off. So this is explained. Oh no. No, but the trash is gone. All those celebrities, they're gone, right? Here, I'll show you all something here. All right, but this is us, XWX, people who are staying ahead of the stupid, watching the terrain shift. You're all waiting for releases, waiting for my releases, and you're all sitting tight. Actually, I wrote this from the bottom up, so it's more like you're all in school, right? You're all learning, right? You're all progressing. You're progressing, right? You're all living. I'm living. I got you're eating. You're working, and you're maintaining. You're keeping the trash away. You're learning more. You're observing stuff. You're watching movies and TV series, and you're trying to see what these people are thinking, etc. And you're eating. You're working. You're living, paying rent, etc. So you're maintaining. Yeah, you don't need any meds or anything, because that's just part of the lose program. Oh, you don't know what's wrong with you? Well, take this pill and you'll be fine. It's just spirit world garbage. But anyway, so you're all managing your terminals, excellent. And so we are the people who are actually living. We're the people who understand that we are immortal and that this is all there is. There's no escape. I'm gonna kill myself and then go into the dream world and be a dream person. It's if you can't access that world while you're in the control world, you're not gonna be able to access it when you're dead either. What makes it's the world of that seems a little strange. I'll elaborate in a second, but yeah. So we are the people who are actually living and existing, and not kowtowing to template characters and template celebrity personas, trying to guilt you into giving up your respect to them. Oh, we're the angels, we're the dead people. They're nothing. Angels, saints, all of that shit is just trash. So this shows how the trash is operating. You have the head, which is something impersonating either Jesus or the Virgin Mary or the goddess, and they're anyway. So it's the big head, and then the head has access to all of the trash people who have signed on to this whole a criminal organization, and they're there as accessible, routable things. So that's why you have to punish all the things. Look, if you're watching the Muppet Show and you feel Jim Henson swoop in, it's not like he's being held hostage. He's oh, don't punish me. They're making me do it. It's he's one of those little things in this. He's one of these things, and this guy, you don't just fry this dude, because then Jim Henson becomes the new head, and then they get to operate and do the stupid shit. You got to fry the entire thing. Jim Henson too. So, celebrities, until things turn around, I'm not going to say until things turn around, whatever, but right now, what is this? Losers, things impersonating character templates. Yeah, it's like spiders and squirrels. Let's see, saturating sit world. sick corruption. That's the criminals operating because people are weak. You know, people are weak. This is going to be one of those 2-tape episodes. So anyway, alright, so what's happening is, you have you all out in XWX, right, living, waiting for the releases, etc. Then there's the trash, you know, trying to creep in and be like, this, that, and the other thing, right? And it's like, alright guys, what are you doing? You're just trying to tread water? You know? Oh, you're gonna go to Wall Street and try to occupy Wall Street? What a waste of fucking time and energy and resources. Like I feel like Occupy Wall Street is just like, you know, it's like just one of those. It's like fucking like you know, like UNICEF or some shit. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna protest. Woo, you know, like, oh yeah, great, protest. They're just keeping the stupid like fallacy trash alive. Yeah, you're gonna like have a protest against the top 1 or 2% of the earners in the world. Good luck, you know. But like, you know, work, movies, right? Play. Get me money. You know? You guys are just wasting your fucking time. And the more time you waste, you know, the more the trash. Like you're treading water, and the trash is like, you know, and you're like, oh, I gotta do this, do that, I gotta drink this beer, I gotta like do this bump, you know, gotta like smoke this joint, you know, I gotta do this bong hit, gotta you know, I gotta drink this shot, you know, I gotta run. It's like, look, I have the answers. Like, clearly you guys should know that I have the answers. And, you know, the trash is still out there. And, like, I can feel you all out there. It's like, I mean, like you're all out there, and, like, I know that you all know when I'm, like, operating. I know that you all are there when I'm addressing you and, like, updating you all out there. You know, we're all just like, you know, it's all very like, you know, Fight Club and like Tyler Durden and like, yes sir, you know. But like, you know, things are moving very rapidly, and this is not necessarily what I'm saying. Like, this is only for people who are out there going, all right, I got my terminal set up, and like I'm working and I'm living in my house, and you know, now what? You know, like when I get people trying to like hack my terminal, trying to use the God hotline, you know, I wanna get Greg on the line and be like, yeah, now what? It's time for me to like, you know, come after you or something. No, it's time for you to get organized with everyone else and get me money. You know, that's just how we're gonna progress, people. You know, get me money so I can shoot my films, buy more props. Don't really want to think about. Never mind. Anyway, but buy more props and equipment, and pay my actors. You know, the reason why you know, you haven't seen anyone else in my films except for, you know, Henry and like, you know, back when it was called DC Metro, and like you know, Kermit's working for free, you know. But like you know, if I want like Jason Schwartzman and like Ellen Page to be in my films, they need some cash, you know. They're not going to work for free. They're probably going to be producing my shit by acting for free, and then they're probably going to be like shelling money out of their own pockets to pay for fucking like cameras and shit. Once they understand that I have like, you know, a stranglehold on the system,